Hi guys, it's me, ColorMeCassie, and today we're going to be doing a first impression and makeup tutorial using the Tarte Treasure Box Palette Kit Set thing. I don't know what it's called. It's something and it's in a box like this. So guys, today we're going to be doing a makeup tutorial and review of the Tarte Treasure Box eyeshadow palette. But if you guys have not yet entered my giveaway, make sure you do so. I will link it in the description box down below and also in a cardie card up here. There's a ton of fun stuff in that giveaway, a lot of eyeshadow palettes, and there's going to be 2 grand prize winners and a ton of secondary winners of $50 gift cards as well. So make sure you go check that out. And if you're new to my channel and you haven't yet met me before, hi, my name is Cassie. It's nice to meet you, and I would love for you to become friends with me on the internet, and how you can do that is by scrolling down and clicking that red subscribe button down below. And also make sure you hit that notification bell so that you get notified every time I make a new video. Without further ado, let's jump right into this first impressions and makeup tutorial. Pew 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 pew. I don't know what that was. I believe this Tarte Treasure Box retails for around $59. I know I'm a little bit late on this review for you guys, but I said I was going to do it, so I'm going to go ahead and do it. Sephora still has some of these online, so if you do feel like you want to buy it, I'll have the link to it in the description box down below. But this is what it looks like. It kind of opens up with these 2 panels right here, and that's what you see on the inside. And so the only makeup that I've done so far is I've done my foundation, my concealer. Oh, that's going to fall. I've done my foundation, I've done my it's falling again. Guys, I suck at holding things and talking at the same time. Too many hand motions. Motions. Okay, well anyways, I'm going to be doing all the rest of my makeup with this little palette right here. I really wonder how you're supposed to use this mirror. So there's like a little mirror right here in the corner, and you open it up, and this is as far as it opens. So if you want to use the mirror, you've got to be like back here. You gotta do your makeup from back here. I'm gonna try to do it. We're gonna see how it goes. But I'm gonna start with the shade Whirl, because that looks like a nice transition shade right there. And I'm gonna use that in my crease and try to use this little tiny mirror. I'm going to take a little bit of this lighter shade called Utopia. It's a little bit of a peachy orange shade, and I'm going to use that to try to blend out this shade a little bit more. I feel like it came off a lot darker than it did in the pan, so I'm going to try to salvage this a little bit. Now I'm going to take a little bit of this dark matte blue shade right here, it's called Adventure, and use that right on the outer corner of my eye just to deepen up the look. I kind of want to make this a cool toned look. I haven't done one of those in a while, so I felt like, you know, maybe that could be fun. The trick with dark colors is just to do a tiny little bit of them at a time so that you're not oversaturating the area with a dark color, because that can get out of hand very, very quickly. I'm going to take a little bit of this sparkly dark green shade. It's called Odyssey. No, it's called Souvenir. Sorry about that. It's called Souvenir, and I'm going to apply that kind of right over the top of that corner color, but I'm bringing it slightly further in. And then I'm going to take this lightest green shade, Joyride, right here and apply that on my inner corner. And then I'm going to take my big blending brush and a little bit of that orangish Utopia shade and just kind of blend out the corners of this green color. Now I'm just going to take a little bit of my Tarte Shape Tape and clean up those edges. Just kind of following the natural line of the lower lash line up a bit. So now I'm getting this eyeliner, which is called Tarte Sex Kitten. I really don't know why they name things stuff like that. It doesn't have to have that sort of name. Kids use makeup. 13-year-old girls use makeup, and they shouldn't be using an eyeliner called Sex Kitten. Just saying. I'm not going to do a wing or anything because this is a kohl liner, and I have a really hard time getting a wing out of a kohl liner, but I'm just going to line my upper lash line. And now guys, I'm going to go in with this kind of cranberry shade. It's called Palace. And I'm going to put that on my lower lash line just with a small blending brush. And I'm taking a little bit of that orange blending shade Utopia just to blend that out a bit. And then I'm going to be going in with the Lights Camera Lashes sample that's in here. And I'm going to be using that on my lashes. I like that mascara a lot. I've never tried that one before, I don't think. Okay, and now I'm going to try to do my brows with one of the eyeshadows that's in here. I gotta find a brow brush real quick. I'm going to try that Whirl color that we used earlier. Just see if that works for my brow shade. I'm actually going to dip into one of the bronzers instead. There's one shimmery shade and one matte shade. I think the matte shade might be a little better for my brows. This shade is turning out a little warm. Okay, the bronzer wasn't working out for me, but I added a tiny little bit of the black to it, and I think that worked out pretty well with my brows. I think that is looking good enough for me. If you're creative, you could make it work. You could definitely make it work. Now I'm going to go ahead and bronze up my face with this matte bronzer right here. You definitely need to use a light touch with this bronzer because it's very powdery in the pan. So a lot is going to come off onto your brush. I do really like the color of that though. I feel like it's neutral without being too ashy looking. Okay, now I'm going to try one of these blushes. I think I'm going to try, let's go with the darker blush for now, just because I already have a ton of makeup on and I already look kind of intense. So let's intensify it even a little bit more. I'm going to tap off the excess just to make sure I'm not picking up way too much. That is a very nice, very pigmented blush. I feel like I got out of one little dab into the pan, I got enough for both cheeks. Now I'm going to try out this highlight right here, and I'm just going to take a little brush and brush that on my cheekbones. I like that highlighter. It's not super pigmented. It's definitely more of a natural sort of glowiness as opposed to a bam highlight. Okay, then the last thing in here to use is the Tarte Tarte's lip paint sample, and this is in the color Grand, I think. So guys, this is the look I came up with, and let's talk about my final thoughts on this palette. From the colors I used, I really like the shimmer shades. I feel like a couple of matte shades were a little bit hard to blend, which is kind of weird because usually the matte shades are easier to blend, for me at least. But I really love the colors in this palette, and just so you can kind of get an idea, some of these shades are like very, very foiled, very bright. So I'm definitely excited about this palette and I want to play with it more. I'd say for the eyeshadows you get, it's definitely worth it. Some of them are not as great as others though, so just keep that in mind if you're thinking about purchasing this palette. Some of these shades are more muddy and not as fun to use, but a lot of them are very, very good. Overall, I'm happy with the eyeshadow portion of it. As far as the blushes and the bronzers go, I feel like those are top notch. I feel like those are great Tarte blushes and bronzers. The highlight is a little bit below par in my opinion. It's not as nice as some other highlights that I've tried. You do get a huge pan, but I'm not that excited about the product, which is kind of just meh, you know. And then as far as these products go, I liked them all a lot. I'm not a huge fan of a kohl liner. I just feel like liquid or gel is a lot easier. But if you're into a kohl liner, then that's definitely going to be a good one. I liked how it glided over my eye and everything like that. I feel like it worked really, really well. The mascara, I love it. That's a great mascara in my opinion. The Tarte lip paints, I've loved those in the past and I love this one as well, so it holds up to my standards. Having it all in this package is really, really great for traveling. Nothing's gonna get broken because it's all inside this hard case. And something else that I wanted to note is that this little plastic piece inside here that's holding these all in place comes out. So if you wanted to take that out and put some more stuff in here, like a brow product or something like that, you could definitely do that and it would all fit inside there, so definitely a good thing. The only thing about this packaging that I don't like is that the mirror does not slide all the way flat, so you can't look at this palette straight on and be able to see your makeup and do it. You have to kind of hold it like this in order to see the little mirror. And I feel like that's really hard because you're really far away, and I kind of need a mirror like super close up to be able to see myself. And I'm not going to be like going like this to try to put my face on the eyeshadows to get to it. So that is really the only thing about the packaging that I would have changed. But otherwise, I really like this palette. I'm very happy that I bought it, and I feel like I can do some really fun looks with it. So if you can still get it, it's on Sephora's website. It was also on Tarte's website, but I think they might be sold out there. I'll have it linked in the description box down below, but I would recommend this because I've really enjoyed it so far. And guys, also make sure you go enter my giveaway. I'm giving away a ton of fun stuff like the Jaclyn Hill palette. There's going to be 2 grand prize winners with a ton of different palettes in those grand prizes, and also a ton of secondary winners that are going to win $50 gift cards. So if you want to check out that giveaway, I'll have it linked in the description box down below. If you guys like this video, make sure you smash that like button so I know to keep doing videos just like this one. That's pretty much it. I love you guys, and I'll see you next time. Bye!